Live from Fox 39, WQRF-TV Rockford, and your home team. Eyewitness News at 9 starts now.
The latest on Belvedere's Stellantis plant. A letter reveals that the decision to go idle was a surprise even to Governor Pritzker. Everyone's hopping around Rockford's River District today, the event that supports local businesses while promoting community. And weeks of hard work is on display, how West State Street has been transformed ahead of the official tree lighting. Good evening, I'm Taylor Castro. Thanks for joining us tonight. A man is fighting for his life after an early morning shooting. It happened Saturday around 1:30 a.m. Officers responded to the 2200 block of Charles Street in Rockford. They found a man with life-threatening injuries at the scene. He was taken to the hospital. He's in stable but critical condition. This is an ongoing investigation. We'll provide updates on air and on our website, mystateline.com. 2 people were killed Friday after being trapped inside a burning house in Janesville, Wisconsin. Janesville Police and Fire responded to the 2300 block of Hawaii Drive shortly after 1 p.m. Friday. Authorities arrived to heavy smoke and fire coming from the single-family home. Firefighters searched the residence and found 2 people inside. One was dead at the scene. The other was taken to the hospital, where they later died. Names of the victims are being withheld until relatives are notified. The cause of the fire is under investigation. 1 week after Stellantis announced it would idle the Belvedere assembly plant, we're learning that Governor Pritzker thought an electric vehicle deal was about to happen. A letter from the local UAW states J.B. Pritzker had a call with Stellantis last Friday that he thought was going to, quote, land the plane on an EV deal. But that's when the car company told the governor they were idling the plant. Pritzker said he had no idea. The letter goes on to say the UAW president has been talking with President Biden and Stellantis for the last week, trying to secure something in Belvedere. Cities across the country are banning gas appliances in an effort to protect the environment and our health. It could become a national ban as early as next year. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission will begin a formal review process that could lead to regulations and potentially a total ban. The EPA says switching to electric appliances can reduce emissions. Research also shows harmful particles emitted by gas stoves can cause asthma and other respiratory issues, especially in children. Local business owners in downtown Rockford are celebrating the holiday season. The River District is hosting Santa Hop today. 19 businesses are taking part in the event. Shoppers can hop from one place onto the next. All day long, there has been live entertainment, specialty drinks, and shopping. One store owner is happy to see the small businesses getting the attention.
Downtown offers you stuff that you're not going to find in big box stores. More hands-on approach, indie, local. It's good for the local economy, keeps money here instead of the pockets of large corporations that can just afford to leave if it doesn't work out.
The event hopes to boost the local economy since the money stays in town. Snomarket at the Norwegian is taking place this weekend. The restaurant on North Main near Auburn turns into a Scandinavian fishing village as part of a festive celebration. Along with hot wine and Norwegian sweet treats, there is also a herring toss for kids, Viking games, and a carriage ride through the neighborhood. Snomarket will be open one more day, tomorrow from 11 until 5. The Discovery Center has opened their Winter Wonderland. Kids can have all the winter fun without facing the cold temperatures. You can show off your skills on the new indoor skating rink and create holiday crafts based on cultures around the world. This bonus exhibit is special for the winter break.
We're always looking to have something a little extra during the winter holiday season. We know it's hard having kids off school and kind of stuck at home and cooped up, especially when the weather's not so great. So you can come enjoy the Discovery Center that you already know and love, but this is kind of something extra and bonus you can do that maybe you haven't seen or done before.
The Winter Wonderland exhibit will be open at the Discovery Center until December 23rd. Then it opens again for the 26th through the 30th. Rockford residents gather to celebrate the decoration of West State Street with the official tree lighting ceremony. It took place outside of Rockford Police Department, District 1. For the last week, residents, volunteers, businesses, and organizations have been putting up holiday decor on West State Street. It's part of West State Shines, an effort by a longtime Rockford resident, LaVon Williams, who puts her own money and resources towards the project. This is the second year she has done it, and she has no plans to stop.
In the future, each year we're going to try to progress to do more and more down the West State Street corridor, and hopefully we'll get all the way down to Meridian Road one day. But we want to keep going on, and with the activities, as long as I'm around, we'll be having something.
The Holiday Fun continued with some sweet treats and photos with holiday characters after the ceremony. Today is the last day to nominate a remarkable woman in your life. We're looking for local women who make a tremendous difference through community contribution, self-achievement, and family impact. You can nominate a remarkable woman on mystateline.com or use your cell phone to scan the flow code on your screen. A Northwest Arkansas sheriff's deputy was killed this morning after being hit by the truck he was escorting. Police say 51-year-old Paul Newell was leading an escort for a Veterans Memorial service. His assigned Walmart truck was delivering wreaths for Wreaths Across America. The program honors fallen veterans during the holidays by placing wreaths on their tombstones. Newell had been part of the Benton County Sheriff's Office for more than 20 years.
Our main concern is the families that were involved and affected. We want to make sure that they know our prayers are with them.
A spokesperson for Walmart says they are heartbroken by the accident and their thoughts are with the family. With high gas prices starting to ease up, President Biden announced plans to refill the Strategic Petroleum Reserve. Biden ramped up releases from the reserve after Russia's invasion of Ukraine sent oil and gas prices soaring to record levels. More than 211 million barrels were used. After much criticism from Republicans, the strategy worked. Crude oil markets calmed and gas prices are now averaging about $3.17 a gallon. That's down from more than $5 than in June. The Energy Department official says the refill program will take months and even years. The James Webb Telescope continues to send amazing pictures to Earth. Take a look at what it captured recently. This is a fiery protostar or newborn star that emerged from a dark cloud. NASA says the star is about 100,000 years old, which is relatively young. The actual star is hidden in the neck. What you see is the light it's emitting. This may be hard to believe, but researchers say the new star is likely the size of our solar system. The James Webb Telescope launched nearly a year ago, Christmas 2021.
Now, your first warn weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Well, that pesky upper level low that we've been dealing with for the last couple of days continuing to spin around and bring us a lot of that cloud cover and even some continued snow chances late into the evening and throughout much of the last couple of days. Now, we do only have a little bit of time left, at least for those snow flurries, because look, the tail end of that system finally working its way out. Still some light snow showers hanging around even into the evening right now here showing up on satellite radar, but notice the bulk of them finally beginning to work their way out, and the conditions that we're dealing with not providing a whole lot of accumulation compared to the last couple of days, especially what we had yesterday. We still see some areas that have some snow, especially on the sides of the roadways. Our SkyTrack camera there in downtown Rockford, that's one's brought to us by Window World, but we're going to continue to hold on for a couple of flurries through the rest of the evening, a little bit more to the next couple of hours, but beyond that, things will begin to clear out a little bit. Temperatures right now are in the 20s, a couple spots, especially out to the north and west, dropping down into the teens already. Right now, 21 degrees in Rockford, but wind chills across the area are down in the single digits, and that's what's going to remain with the chill through the rest of the evening tonight and over the next couple of days. Temperatures for the evening do only fall to around 17 degrees. Those flurries winding down, but we still hold on to those very cloudy and a lot cooler conditions that we have been dealing with as of late. Now, I've been promising that sunshine is on the way, and we will get a little bit of it tomorrow, but that does not help with our temperature department. We still only reach the low 20s, but that sunshine will be the first time in nearly 2 weeks that we've had any meaningful sun. Futurecast continuing to show those overcast conditions, at least in the short term. Some clearing working its way in by early into the day tomorrow. By the time we get to the afternoon, we might even some spots that see mostly sunny skies, but cloud cover working its way back in. That's going to bring us our next chance for snow into the day of Monday, and then again into the day on Tuesday as well. This brings us into our next weather system. Now, as that low that we're currently dealing with departs, that next weather system, this one's in a little bit more significant, or it has the potential to be a lot more significant, especially during the travel season, works its way in for the middle of the week. A very strong trough working in. That's what's going to bring us that significant significantly cold temperatures toward the end of the week and the snow that we could be seeing as well. There's a couple of uncertainties with this particular system as it erodes and as it comes down through. Storm track could take a little bit further to the north or further to the south, so a lot of question marks as to how much snow, how intense this system is going to be, so we definitely don't want to take anything with any more than a grain of salt at the moment. Now, the reason why we do that is because forecasting takes a lot of time and effort. We use current conditions for any future cast that we do. As that progresses forward, we have a lot of different possibilities that could happen with that forecast. The closer and closer that we get to that forecast date, we can narrow that range down a lot more to what our possibilities could end up being. So it's something still we have to keep an eye on toward the next couple of days as we trend throughout the rest of the week as well. 7-day forecast, if my computer will work and get there, still showing a lot colder temperatures, at least in the short term there as well. 7-day forecast, though, a lot colder into the 20s the next couple of days, a chance late on Monday. Then that system, Taylor, does bring our temperatures back down into the teens as we trend into the back half of the week. Something to keep an eye on toward next weekend.
Now sports with Reagan Holgate.
The Vikings had an opportunity to clinch the NFC North today as they played host to the Indianapolis Colts. And not only did they do that, but it was done in historic fashion. We're going to pick up right in the third. Colts lead 33-0. It seemed fitting that Jeff Saturday was running the table on this Saturday, but in true Colts fashion, well, that didn't last for long. Kirk Cousins finds Adam Thielen wide open for the TD, and that one makes it a one-possession game. Just over 2 minutes left. Screen to Dalvin Cook. He breaks some tackles, and my goodness, he goes all the way. 2-point is good, and it's all tied at 36. We're headed into OT, folks. And with 1 second left, Greg Joseph drills the 40-yarder to win it. Vikings with the largest comeback in NFL history. They're down by 33 at the half and come back to win it 39-36 and clinch the NFC North.
We set a goal to win this division at the very beginning of training camp. We have not talked about anything else besides winning the division. We knew how important that would be for our organization and our team. Now we've got to take this moment, both the things that we clearly need to correct early on in this football game, but see if we can harness the energy that it takes to set a record like that and compound that moving forward.
The NIU women's basketball team could be headed for one of its best seasons in several years. After opening their season with a loss, the Huskies reeled off 8 straight wins. They were looking to make it 9 in a row at home this afternoon against Southern Illinois Edwardsville. Senior Asia Davis was recognized before the game for recently scoring her 1,000th career point. And she got right to work in this game. She shows off her post moves here with the right-handed shot, the basket, and the foul. Davis again drives and scores. The DeKalb native had her 6th straight double-double, 14 points, 13 rebounds. Senior guard Shelby Coker pushes the tempo. Watch her fake the pass and take it in for the layup. Coker led the Huskies with 18 points. Jaden Maribel will come up with a steal, and she finishes it off at the offensive end. The Huskies had a 15-point lead in the second half, but couldn't hold it. They lost 62-60. And today marked the start of the 61st annual Forest and Holiday Tournament. It's been 2 years since the last tournament was held due to COVID, but 16 teams went at it today. First, we'll start with the #1 seeded Pecatonica Indians and the Akwin Bulldogs. We pick up the action in the second half. Pecatonica with a big lead, and Declan Handy adds to it with 3 of his own. And here comes another triple, and this time it's from Brody Black. And why not one more? And from the top of the key, it's going to be Mason Peterson. Here for Akwin is Adam Awender. He gets into the paint and up for 2. Time winding down in this one, and Andrew Baxter pulls up and gets the jumper to go. Pecatonica wins this contest 67-25, and the Indians are moving on. Now for a showdown between the Dakota Indians and the Eastland Cougars. Eastland here on the offensive. It's Parker Krogman with the board and the putback. Now for Dakota, it's Joel Schrader with the takeaway, and he finishes it with 2. Eastland Back with it, Max McCullough pulls up and drains the three. And now it'll be Peyton Spears for the Cougars with the steal. He takes it all the way to the house, and why not get the foul while you're at it? But Dakota will slide out of this one with a win, 49-44. The Ice Hogs are back on the ice tonight with the Hartford Wolfpack. The Hogs currently lead by 1. Be sure to tune in at 10 for the highlights. Our very own Major Dedman and Freeport graduate is a national champion. The Ferris State Bulldogs beat the Colorado Mines 41-14 to take the Division II title. And all right, Cubs fans, it would seem that the waiting game is over. They finally have their shortstop. Dansby Swanson and the Cubs agreed to a 7-year, $177 million contract today, which includes a full no-trade clause. His defensive efforts bode well for the Cubs. He won his first Gold Glove and led the all-MLB shortstops with 21 outs above average last season. His contract is the second largest in Cubs history.